You might have missed, like this pass from James Harden.
All right, this reverse angle is the better angle. Watch what he does here. Oh!
That's just showing off.
That's
just showing off. I got an MVP coming, finally. Let me show y'all a little something.
Mike D'Antoni after the game said James Harden is the best passer in NBA history.
History, forever.
Forever and ever.
Heat and Pacers, Thad Young plays defense. Watch it.
Who'd this block remind you of, Chris?
Shades of Bill Russell. Starting to break. Blocking and starting to break.
Go get it, Thad Young. I think Bill Russell is Thad Young's size, too, by the way.
Yeah, great point. Great point.
Cavs and Nets and a 33-year-old guy named LeBron.
Let me tell a story about this real quick, because the best part about this play was right after play. This was almost in the first quarter. At the next play, with .2 left, LeBron gets called for a foul to end the quarter. He goes to the ref. You could see it from where I was sitting. Says to him, "I swear on my grandmother's grave I didn't touch him." Like, yo, LeBron, we're taking this awful serious for a first quarter against the Nets, bro.
He's intense. Look, Nick, we were talking earlier. I do think that was better than the dunk on Yusef Nurkic.
Wow.
It was on two people. It looks to me like he got up higher. He was able to do the Statue of Liberty. Oh,
wow.
That was ridiculous.
That and
I think that was
dunk,
better.
I didn't think he was going to get there.
Yeah, he left from far out, that's for sure.
Time now for In or Out. LeBron James kept up his insane month of March yesterday in a win over the Nets. This month he's averaging over 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Broussard, you in or out on LeBron being able to pass Harden for MVP?
I'm out. I mean, this is over. There's no MVP discussion. It's James Harden. The only question or discussion is, will it be unanimous? We'll see. Probably not, but I think he's got a chance. But no, I think for LeBron, it's who finishes second. Is it LeBron James or is it Anthony Davis? I think you can make a strong case for either. Obviously, the argument against LeBron is the team's record in the Eastern Conference, which is not strong, and they could even finish fifth. I doubt it, but they're third right now. But, yeah, no, he can't surpass Harden.
It's amazing. The best player ever is having statistically the best month of his career.
You just say that matter-of-factly.
Because it's a matter of fact. But he's having the best month of his career following statistically, correct, offensively, the best offensive month of his career, following statistically what was the best month of his career in February. He is going to have won at the end of March 4 of the 5 Player of the Month awards given out in the East this year. And I totally agree with you. I'm out. Like, James Harden's your MVP. Now, I don't have a ballot. You do. If you don't put LeBron James' name second on the ballot, you and I are going to have to talk. But no, it's the year of James Harden. He's the story of the season. The Rockets are the story of the season. Harden has a strong argument. He should have already won 2 of these things. If I had a vote, I would be voting for James Harden. So,
interesting thing about LeBron, he's had four MVPs. He led the league in PER every one of those years with over 30. This year he's third.
Right.
He's like 28.
Harden's I think the only guy over 30 this year.
All right, moving on to the 76ers. Philly clinched a playoff berth with a win over the T-Wolves yesterday. Call the process fully trusted. But how much playoff success can they possibly have? Nick, you in or out on the Sixers as a threat to reach the Eastern Conference Finals?
To reach the Eastern Conference Finals, I am in. This is the one team that I think Cleveland would rather play Toronto than play Philly. Purely because nobody has an answer in the East for Joel Embiid. Cleveland certainly doesn't have an answer for Joel Embiid. And right now, if the playoffs were to start today, Philly get Indiana in round 1 and Toronto in round 2. Could they win those 2 series? Absolutely they could. I'm definitely in on this.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm in on this. Since December?
Since Christmas.
I'm sorry, since Christmas. They have the 3rd best record in the NBA. That's not in the East, in the NBA. And if you calculate it, Joel Embiid's missed 11 games. They're 3-8 in those games. When he plays, they're on a 50-plus win pace. Yeah. Now, I'm sure that number is even higher after Christmas.
Yeah.
So look, I've said it, and I know some people will say it's premature. I'm willing to say it. If Embiid and Simmons stay healthy, they are all-time greats.
But how big of an if is that?
All-time greats?
All-time greats.
Wow.
All-time greats.
But that's
You're looking
a
at
huge if.
Not as much with
Not
Simmons.
As much for
not
Simmons.
at all.
For
But
Embiid's been healthy.
And I wouldn't say huge if anymore. I think it's an if. But Embiid's been healthy this year, so hopefully.
That's amazing.
Western Conference now. Steph Curry is out at least 3 weeks with an MCL sprain. Steve Kerr said he's definitely not playing the first round of the playoffs. Chris, you in or out on the Warriors being a loss to the first round without Steph.
If Locke is 100%, and I'm going to say it's 100% for this conversation, then I'm out. Look, I'll favor them. I'd be surprised if they lose in the first round, but you could get San Antonio with Kawhi Leonard. You could get Minnesota with Jimmy Butler. You could get a Utah team. You're going to get one of these teams, OKC. You could get them without Steph. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I'm giving somebody a decent chance against them without Steph, but no, they're not a lock.
Listen, they still got Kevin Durant, right? They still got Klay Thompson, right?
Yeah.
They still got Draymond Green. Steve Kerr's healthy this year. Andre Iguodala's still coming off the bench. What about Sean Livingston? Of course I'm in on this. If you can't, listen, if the Warriors with home court, if they lose in the first round of the playoffs because Steph's not there, I'm going to have to totally reevaluate how I look at Kevin Durant. I'm not prepared to totally reevaluate the way I look at Kevin Durant. They will have the best player on the court and the best second option and the best third option and home court. Like, I can't. No matter who they play, they should be a heavy favorite. Like, I'm not. If they play
OKC, they don't necessarily have the best second option. Paul George?
It's close. Fair enough. But their number one option.
What about San Antonio if Kawhi's there?
Well, listen.
LaMarcus Aldridge?
Listen.
You coming to my side.
Finally, to the NCAA tournament now, Villanova advanced to the Final Four yesterday. They have won their 4 tournament games by an average of 18 points. Chris Broussard, you were in or out on Villanova being the favorite to win it all against the field?
I'm out. I don't see how we can pick any one team as definitive at this point. I mean, with all that's happened in the NCAA tournament, I wouldn't be surprised if either of these 4 teams won it. So I'm going to take the field.
I would rather take Villanova over the field at this point. I was not ready to say that last weekend because there were too many teams left. Villanova had 2 more games. I think Villanova is far better than Kansas, and whomever's coming out on the left side of the bracket, I think Villanova's better than. Jay Wright's been winning his 2nd title in 3 years, as will Jalen Brunson, that veteran-laden team with some star freshmen. I like Villanova from the beginning of the year. I like them right now. I will take them for the first time all tournament. I will take Nova over the entire field.
Good stuff right there. Coming up. Hey, did the refs cost Duke a trip to the Final Four, speaking of the tournament? Next on First Things First.
If there's one team I would feel badly for, it's Duke. Can never catch a break.
Or Grace.
You ever look up at